on, YouTube? We got a super fun video for all you here today. So today's video is going to be the very first video in a brand new series that we're starting. So we are starting a flip up series where we are going to take this Dodge Charger, fix it up, get it to this point, and then sell it, hopefully at a profit. And then we're gonna use all of that money to put towards our next car, which we're going to fix up and sell, hopefully at a profit. And then it's just gonna be rinse and repeat until hopefully we can work our way up to a Charger Hellcat. So in today's video, we're gonna go take a look at a few of these Dodge Chargers for sale until we find the right one. And then you're gonna walk through and watch us redo and transform the entire car. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, because you're gonna get to see this car that was totally neglected come back to life. So how this series will work is we will not post another video until this thing sells. So this is the one and only video of this Charger. And then as soon as we sell this thing, we're gonna start our second flip up video. You're gonna see us go look at some other cars, buy one, and then entirely fix it up in that one video. So it'll be a ton of fun. These videos are not gonna be very frequent, but as soon as they drop, you know that you're about to see a brand new car get rebuilt in this one video. And then you'll find out if we made money on it or not. So it'll be a ton of fun. We're gonna see if we can actually flip our way up, buying, fixing, and selling these cars all the way to a brand new Charger Hellcat. Without further ado, let's go get into today's video. Okay, we just made it. So here it is.
Here we are.
So what is this, an SE?
3.5 high output, V6.
So we'll give you guys a quick little walk around. Got the headlight scratches.
Man,
So got a little bit of damage up here to the front bumper, headlight, and this fender. Wheels look nice. You looking for anything in particular when you do this?
just looking for now. The battery's dead, the key's locked in the ignition, so I'm gonna check the oil, hook my jump box up, pop the trunk, hook it to the battery, see what we got
See
going
what we
on.
can do?
Yeah, see if we can make some magic happen. It's got the minimum required oil in it.
I wonder how long this thing's been sitting back here for. I honestly really like this generation of Chargers. I always have. So this will be a ton of fun doing this, because you know, we've gotten two of the newer body styles, so it'll be a lot of fun to go through and rebuild this gen. Seats look pretty nice. You help moving anything?
Yeah, it was a repossession.
Oh, it was? There was a repossession?
recently I got-
See if that does anything different. Damn. I mean, that's the sound of a bad starter, but without knowing the condition of the motor, it's kind of tough to call the ball on. Make sure it turns over good.
It's got 234,000 miles. Looks like you got a little mouse turd or something up there. Definitely gonna need a good clean for sure. So you're just testing that compression right now?
We had a hard spot. No, we'll pass on this one.
We'll pass on this one?
Yeah, but I will get the key out of the ignition for the guy. Do you want to have to put a motor in one of these? Because I think this one could use one. It sounds like it needs a starter, but then I was turning the motor over with a ratchet on the crank, and it hit a hard spot. It won't go past.
Yeah,
So I think it needs a motor too.
most likely.
Yeah, so
So you're asking $950 right now?
Yeah, it's like 950.
Okay.
what can you do on it needing a motor and a starter?
I mean, that's why the price is 950.
That's why it's 950?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I didn't need a motor, I'd probably get like 3-4 grand for it, you know, after I put a starter in.
All right. Well, we got a few more we're gonna look at today, but we'll definitely be in touch, all right?
Definitely. If anything, just keep us posted.
Yeah.
All right, so just took a look at that first one, and what were we thinking?
Well, they're asking $950. They don't really want to move on price, and it's at a dealership, so we'd have to pay the taxes and the title on it right here, right now, up front. So that'd put us at like $1,200 out the door.
Yeah.
It needs a starter for sure, and it feels like the motor's locked up too, so that's a little high.
Yeah.
But we'll circle back if we don't find something different. That guy definitely just blocked you in.
All right, so here we are about 3 hours later, and we're in Zephyr Hills, Florida to check out the next Charger.
Do we see a Charger anywhere?
Should be this one. We just loaded up again after looking at the second one, and wow.
Yeah, car number 2 was better than the first, but not
that
by
one
much.
started.
It started, it ran.
Brought back memories of the Challenger. Holy cow, it was the exact same thing.
Yep, force bearings, whole lots of squeaks and clunks.
Yeah. And supposedly it was like that, and he drove it from Tampa up here, so that thing's probably pretty toast. So we have one more right around here up in Zephyr Hills that we're gonna go look at. That's 20 minutes away. So we're gonna try to give this one a shot. And if worst comes to worst, this one's not it either. There's 2 in Orlando. So we're basically just driving all around Florida today, trying to find the right ones for us because
so far we're 0 for 2.
So far we're 0 for 2. Yeah, but feeling optimistic about this one. I think this will be the one. I think it'll be the one. All right, 3rd time's the charm. So if you can see this right over there. So this one does say it runs and drives and well. So we'll see if it's actually true. I'm gonna pop the hood.
Yeah. See what we got going on with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Looks super clean. Sounds good.
Sounds good, runs smooth.
Runs really smooth. Got a crack in the windshield. Yeah, interior's in super good shape.
Yeah, it's in good shape for what it is, man.
It's got 255,000 miles.
Couple little lights on. I can scan it, see what all those are. No traction control, ABS, check engine light, tire pressure. I don't care about that one much.
Yeah, idle's really nice.
Yeah, smooth. All right, I'll grab my scanner, see what these lights are. We can take it around the block and then see about a price on it. Needs an intake manifold, a clock spring, and a wheel speed sensor.
Okay.
We'll shoot straight with them. The door is welded. That bottom hinge is welded on.
Yeah. Okay, taking this thing out on a quick little drive. I got a few
Headliner's a little nasty,
stains.
but that's all right. Damn.
Got a clunk to it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good clunk. That's either a strut or like loose lug nuts or something.
No.
That's common on these 2000s Chrysler dashes.
Yeah.
We've got no traction control, so I'm not going to get crazy with it.
No traction
Especially
control.
on this dirt.
Besides the clunk, how's it feel?
Other than the clunk, it's pretty good. I mean, the steering's tight from what I can tell right here. Let's see. It's got a little pull to the right as well as that clunk. That's nothing some coilovers in alignment shouldn't be able to fix. One of those codes is for the intake manifold runners.
Brakes felt pretty nice there.
Yeah, stops like it should. That's a solid plus. And I'm not making that.
See if it has reverse.
I sure hope so, Brandon. Now would be a terrible time to find out it don't. I didn't even think of that.
But that would have been a bad spot to get stuck.
If it didn't, I would have kicked it sideways.
Okay.
Just for the one time. We don't beat on cars over here.
For a 3.5, it's got some pep to it still.
These cars don't weigh anywhere near as much as the new ones do.
That was a pretty quick low acceleration.
It was 45.
45?
Yeah.
Dang. Super pretty area.
I like it out here. Neighbors ain't too close.
Got a big storm rolling in.
Yeah, we do. We better strike a deal fast if we don't want to get wet.
All right, so what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we'll get it as cheap as we can. Listen, out of the three we've looked at, this one's the only one that ran so far.
Yeah, I guess we can't really be...
We can't be too picky on a cheap car.
Yeah. But for what it is, though, he's asking 1,700?
He's asking 1,700.
Asking 1,700 right now. So 255,000 miles, clean title. It's got the 3.6.
3.5.
3.5. Thank you. Yes, 3.5. your normal little dings and dents around, a few of those lights on there, and you know, a few other little things. But for 1,700 bucks, a running and driving Charger like this, not too bad. So we're gonna go back, see if we can strike a deal. We're gonna try to get this thing for 12.
Hopefully.
Thinking.
I hope so.
Okay. Wish us luck. All right, you guys, we got it for 1,200 bucks. So we asked 14. You know, we just kind of talked him down, pointed out a few of the other things. So we're loading it up right now for $1,200. So bag secured.
There we go.
Now the fun begins of building this thing. Let's get this thing loaded up. Going through quite the storm right now. You can hardly even see.
The camera doesn't even do it justice.
All right, so we are heading out to go pick up the Charger. One of the tires is pretty flat, and I don't know how fast the leak is, so I don't really want to risk driving it home. So let's go get the trailer, let's go pick up that Charger, and let's get working on this thing. So here it is. We are still waiting to get power in our new shop. Might still be another week or two until we have that. So that is why we are bringing this thing back home. So that way we can get this thing all fixed up, get it listed for sale as fast as we can, and still make some content for y'all while we're in the process of moving. So I'll actually give you all a quick little tour. If you didn't catch our last video, we kind of went over it a little bit more. So make sure to go check it out. Still nothing?
They have the sinks in.
No electricity?
No electricity.
Oh, the sink is in.
Cool. Toilets in, sinks in.
Toilets too? Sweet. So, making some progress at least. This was not here last time we came. But yeah, this is where we're gonna be working from now on in the near future. But yeah, let's go load up this other Charger and let's start working on it. So, yep, that tire is flat. So we brought the air compressor, thankfully, but we have that flat tire back there. And then I thought we had another flat tire somewhere. These two look pretty good. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's just that back one. And then we do have to jump this thing. So luckily, we did bring our Gulu jump starter. Huge shout out once again to them. They're one of our recent sponsors. This thing works like an absolute charm. So it's the GT6000. If you don't have a mobile jump starter, highly, highly recommend you pick one of these up. So you just turn it on. And then it says ready. And you just hold down boost. And there it goes. So now we'll just give this a minute or two. So Jared was saying we should actually wait to blow it up until we're ready to drive it, just in case it is a fast leak, but I don't think it's too bad. We do have 2 new tires on the way. I'll get some new tires on this thing. Yeah, these front 2 tires are pretty good.
Okay.
I think what I might try to do is go to a junkyard and find 2 fenders.
But we could fill these.
Okay, let's see.
All the leaves off.
I know, it's got so many leaves.
Okay.
Pretty dirty inside. Not too bad though. It's pretty funny. Let's see if this thing will start now. Boom! That jump starter is amazing.
Holy cow.
So,
Here, let me feel your wheel. That's awesome.
and it only took up 5% from the battery pack. This thing idles super well. Not sure if you'll be able to pick up the idle a whole lot on camera right now, but idles perfectly. Okay, so we just got the Charger parked in the driveway over here. So what I think I'm gonna do right now is actually wash the exterior of the car and, you know, remove a few of these stickers. These things will be super easy to power wash off. I might be able to just peel them off like that. But I think I want to take care of the exterior wash right now. It is raining a little bit. We've got to get our Charger Pursuit out of here. So if you did not see this full build, this was our 4th build and giveaway. So this was an old police car. We built it all the way up. Hellcat supercharged it, wide bodied it, you know, give it this awesome satin blue wrap. And this thing's going to be going to Tayshawn in Michigan. So stay tuned for the delivery video to him. But yeah, we got to get this thing out of the garage. And I think that before we do that, I'm going to wash this, so that way we can just pull this thing right in, because the vinyl wrap is going to be one of the first things we're going to do to this thing. And so before you wrap a car, you have to make sure that it is as clean as you can possibly get it. I'm going to wash it right now. We'll pull it in the garage, let it dry overnight, and then that way we can start wrapping it tomorrow. But for the rest of today, we can clean the inside and start taking it apart. So get the bumper removed, headlights, all of that stuff. So let's get this thing washed real quick and then go from there. Okay, so just got this thing all washed. We got it parked in the garage now. It is drying in here. So what I've got next is I'm going to clean the entire inside. We are going to be cleaning this. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this back seat. This back seat looks a little rough. The floor looks pretty bad. And then let's take a look at these front ones. These I didn't think looked too bad. Yeah, they're not horrible. So I think we'll keep these ones up there and yeah, just try to get this thing as cleaned up as we can possibly get it. Definitely feels a little gross in here. But yeah, let's go ahead and work on start cleaning this interior. And then real quick, a few other things we've got coming. We gotta paint the wheels, install the coilovers, get 2 new tires installed. I'm gonna try to go find a junkyard fender, and hood. We have new headlights coming, so we're gonna replace those once we wrap it. And then yeah, the full vinyl wrap, which we've got over here. So huge shout out to Revive Vinyl. They are sponsoring this build, so they're coming in so clutch, helping us keep the cost of this flip low. So, you know, I know that is normally an extra $500 you'd have to add on to a build like this, but the folks over at Revive Vinyl wanted us to try their stuff out. So we're actually gonna be wrapping this Charger in their vinyl and our other Charger. So we got 2 pretty cool colors. This one's gonna be super clean. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's gonna be a super, super clean color that is going to appeal to pretty much everyone, which is what we want because, you know, At the end of the day, this is a car we're going to sell, and so we want it to look super nice, but also appeal to a wide audience. It's gonna look awesome. Let's go get to the interior. Let's get this thing cleaned up. Okay, so just got this thing vacuumed, and wow, it was so much dirtier than I thought. You still have to detail it. So let's see if you can pick up all of the grime still across the door panels. You can see it's just covered in dust. It almost looks fuzzy. Same thing, you can just see how dirty this entire thing is. So got it all vacuumed, got the seats vacuumed. They still look pretty nasty. So this thing is way dirtier than I thought. You know, that's the thing, you just gotta trust the process. By the end of this video, it's gonna be clean on the inside. It's gonna be clean on the outside. It's gonna be much more drivable. So we're just going to entirely fix this thing up, transform it, make it look better. So make sure you stay till the very end. So now that we did all that, I'm going to go through and we are going to detail it. So gonna wipe down the entire interior, and then we're going to work on taking apart the car to get it wrapped. Okay, so we got this thing pretty much entirely disassembled for what we need to wrap it. So I'm actually not gonna end up removing these door handles, so I can wrap these without having to remove them. And I can also get away with wrapping without removing the mirror. So this is actually gonna save me a ton of time. And this is something that's super awesome about wrapping these 6th gen Chargers is, you know, everything's pretty flat. There's not a whole lot you have to remove. The things that you do have to remove are pretty easy. So you can see up here, we got the front bumper removed with the headlights. And then on the back, only thing I removed were the tail lights and the 3rd brake light. So I'm gonna have to take off this Ram logo and the Charger badge. We did break one thing. So the plastic on this 3rd brake light was super, super brittle. It actually snapped on both sides. So gonna have to order a new 3rd brake light. So that's gonna cost us a little bit more money. But you know, luckily this is one of those things where you can get them on eBay for like 15, 20 bucks. So not the end of the world. So we are pretty much all set. So tomorrow I'm going to start wrapping this thing and hopefully it goes pretty quick. I wanna show you all something that just came in. So real quick, here is a look at the headlights that we just removed. So super, super hazy. You know, they've got that yellow hue to it, and they even have different side markers. So you can see this one has all of those lines, and this one does not. So we didn't even have the same side markers, and yeah, these things looked horrible. So what I ended up buying is a set of some new headlights. Nothing crazy. These ones do have a black housing, so they look super, super clean. So I'm just gonna take this off for just a second. So take a look at that difference. Here we've got the old ones, and here we've got the brand new one. So this is gonna be huge. You know, it's these small things. Upgrading to a brand new set of headlights like this will really make your car look 15 years newer. So I'm so excited. You know, the wrap is gonna look awesome. It's gonna look super fresh. We're gonna be doing a lot of other little things, but yeah, this is a huge, huge upgrade. And it's even got the clear side markers, which is so clean. And with this black housing, they're gonna look so nice with the color of our vinyl wrap. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. I think this is where I'm gonna stop for today. Something else I'm gonna have to do is detail the entire engine bay. It's gonna be a really respectable looking car. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here today, but we will continue it tomorrow. Okay, so we are back to work on this Charger. I'm just going to immediately start with getting the wrap going because that is definitely probably going to be one of the things that's going to take up the most amount of time with this. So let's get this thing unboxed. I'll show you all the color and then let's get going with it. It's just a super clean white. So going to completely change the car. You know, this tan, I don't think it's really a great color to begin with. Getting it all wrapped in this super, super nice white is gonna look great, especially with all of our gloss black accents that we've got coming. So let's get going with this thing. Okay, so we'll give you all a quick little look at everything that we got done today. I feel like we made some pretty good progress, but we still have such a long ways to go. So that's what's wild is, you know, the vinyl wrap is such a big job. And then, you know, we have a ton of other things we've got to do after that. Like paint the wheels, paint the calipers, install the coilovers, and then do all of the interior work that we have planned as well. So I actually just ordered 2 new unpainted fenders. So as soon as those come, we'll take these off and then wrap them. Such a cool color. I know the color says, I believe it was crystal piano white. So I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on camera right now, but it's a super, super cool mix between a really light gray and white. So I love it. Let me know what you all think. But I think with the gloss black roof and then, you know, the black wheels and some other black accents, I think this color is gonna pop so much. Tomorrow, we're gonna try to wrap the entire other side, and then the next day, we're gonna try to do the front and rear bumper and get it totally finished. Okay, let me give you all a quick little update with where we've gotten with the wrap. So as you just saw, got that entire side finished up, we got the hood done, and we just finished the rear bumper. So we're not gonna do the front bumper until we do these fenders because we wanna make sure that we get the fenders lined up properly. So we're waiting on those fenders to come hopefully in the next few days. As soon as those arrive, we'll get those wrapped and then we'll get that front bumper wrapped and the wrap will be done. It's awesome. It's really starting to come together, especially now that we have basically the entire rear end done. I think what I'm gonna work on right now is reassembling the taillights. We'll plug in our brand new third brake light and then get all of the badges on. I am actually going to be painting the badges black. So right now they are all chrome. Here's how the chrome would look. Not too bad, but I feel like blacking out all of the badges, the wheels, everything like that is really gonna look incredible. So I'm going to work on painting the badges. Also, in the meantime, I think we're gonna work on the wheels. So our 2 new tires did come. While we have these 2 off, I figured it makes sense to do the rest of the stuff. So we're gonna take off all the wheels actually, get the coilovers installed, and then while we're installing the coilovers, I'm going to paint all the wheels and the calipers. Oh, and something else I don't know if I mentioned, we're gonna be adding our Chrysler 300 steering wheel in this. This one, as you can see, is just kind of chipping. So it kind of feels like those old basketballs when they get a little rough, they're a little scratchy. So, you know, this steering wheel is pretty trashed. And then yeah, after we do all of that stuff, we got to work on the mechanical things. So getting those few parts replaced and then a little bit of work with the interior. But yeah, it's coming together. I'm super excited. Okay, so we are back to work next day. We didn't get to painting any of the wheels or anything, so we'll get that done today. We got Rob and Tyler back over here, so they're gonna help. We're gonna kind of just divide and conquer, knock a few things out. So first thing we're doing, working on getting these coilovers installed. Goober also took a good look at these brakes, so we are gonna need new pads and rotors all around. But you see anything else in here? You said new uppers?
The uppers are new.
Anything else to note?
That's wonderful. I mean, it mostly just looks like what it is.
Let's actually get these things unboxed. So these were sent to us by FlashArc. So huge shout out to them. We're gonna be getting these things installed, do a little review on them. And they make a ton of different coilovers for all sorts of different cars. So make sure to go check their website out. I know, isn't the purple sweet?
That's sweet as hell.
It's gonna look cool with the gray or the white. Might not see a whole lot of it, but
So we got our fronts, springs and perches for the rear, shocks for the rear, and then this little bag is the little wrenches to adjust them.
Nice.
It looks like we even have maybe instructions. Yeah. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Huge shout out once again to FlashArc.
Yeah,
Can't wait
these
to
are
get these
sweet.
things tested out, get them on the car, and see how it looks. Okay, so working on getting these front two coilovers installed. Take a quick look at this. It's not staying like that. We're just kind of testing to see how much length these things have. So what do we got on this side?
They go pretty long. We could honestly probably lift the car. We could do this for a lift kit, man.
Really?
Yeah. We got plenty room for activities here.
So the bottom of that blue tape, that's where the other one's currently set at?
So the other side's set about right there. The other side's set like this, so we got plenty of room in here to raise it higher from that side, and I think factory would sit somewhere right here.
Okay.
So we're in the realm of higher. So if you want to clear 26s.
You could clear 26s with this.
Yeah. Where's this guy? Yeah, we are probably gonna have to use the stock.
Oh, yep, behind my booty. Nope.
All right, so we just got all the coilovers installed, just finished up that last one, and now we're working on installing the wheels so we can get it off these jack stands and really dial in the height. So we'll be taking the wheels off later this week to do the brakes, paint the calipers, but yeah, for right now, we really want to see how this thing's gonna look once we get it on the ground.
All right, watch your beam.
Nice, perfect.
That was perfect. That's it, nice. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, cannot wait for the shop. It's so awful having absolutely no room to work with.
Everybody watch your boats. It's sweet. All right, ready? Your plates in the wrong spot. I think it'll be fine once it's broken down. Scoot it back. It'll be fine.
Yeah, once it's all the way on the ground on both sides, reduce, reuse. No, it's gonna smoke. Yeah,
That's the upper control arm hitting.
yeah, it's too low. So we gotta go up a lot,
So,
Like an inch.
a lot, because on the road suspension travel is different than you just bouncing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's gonna need a lot.
I did love how it looks, but yeah, that's just, it's not drivable.
Here, we'll show you why. I got you.
Show us why it's not drivable. Wow. So
That's the upper control arm smacking on the unibody.
So we'll do that later. But yeah, rears look really good. So I think in the meantime, while we're waiting on a few of those other things to come, just gonna work on a few of the other items. Okay, we are back at it. It is probably about day 5 or 6 now. So the last things that we did were we just recently got the coilovers installed. So as you can see, this thing's sitting super low, especially up here on the front. The rear is pretty dialed in, so I'm really happy with how the rear is sitting, but we're definitely gonna raise the fronts a little bit. So I just had those brand new 2 front fenders come in. So I'm going to get them unboxed in here, and then yeah, we will get these things fit up on the car, get them wrapped. And then the last thing we have to do with the wrap is the front bumper. So we're pretty much set with the vinyl wrap. And now it's really just a matter of getting a few of the other parts installed for this thing. And this thing's gonna be good to go and will be for sale. So once again, this car will be available to any of you out there who are interested. I will even offer a subscriber discount. So if any of you watching are interested in buying this car, just either send us a message on Instagram, leave a comment down below. It's gonna be a great little car. You know, it does have higher mileage, but runs absolutely phenomenal. We're taking care of a few of those little problems it has, you know, getting some new tires on there, some new brakes, and giving it a brand new, fresh look. So yeah, let's get the car jacked up, take the wheels off, work on painting those, all the badges, and then installing those brand new fenders. Okay, so we just got both of these fenders wrapped. So it turned out pretty good. You know, you will see a little bit of the damage right here on that door. And then over here on this side, the hood is lifted up just a tiny bit. It's not gonna be perfect, but you know, compared to what it was, so much better. And so now we have the wrap pretty much finished up. I am gonna need my dad's help to get this front bumper wrapped. This is definitely a 2-person job, and he is actually dropping my brother off at college right now. So sadly, my brother Carter will be gone for a little bit while he's off at school. So I'm gonna wait for my dad to get back before we kind of tackle that front bumper, but that's literally the last part we have on the vinyl wrap. So car is pretty much entirely wrapped with the exception of that front bumper. So now what I'm gonna work on are some of the mechanical things. So I'll show you what we got. So over here, these are the wheel speed sensors. I just got a set of all 4 new ones. So we're gonna be swapping out all of these. We got a brand new clock spring, and then we also have a new steering wheel. So this is actually the steering wheel off of our Chrysler 300 SRT8 build. So throwback to that thing. We had so much fun rebuilding that. If you've not seen that, make sure to go check out that playlist to watch us rebuild a $2,900 300 SRT8. So we are going to be removing that and swapping it out with this super nice one from our 300 SRT. So this is gonna really be nice because, you know, obviously when you're driving this car, steering wheel is really what you come in contact with all the time. So this thing's in super, super good shape, and it also looks a lot nicer. Let's go get to work on replacing those things and then kind of go from there. Okay, something else I'm actually gonna try real quick is I just picked up this little green mini off of Amazon for I think $80 or something. It's a portable carpet and upholstery cleaner. So I'm gonna get this thing all set up, but yeah, just a little vacuum thing. So we're gonna be using this to try to clean off all of the seats, the carpets, and also the headliner. Because you know, these seats, especially these rear ones, are pretty filthy. So we're gonna see if we can lift up some of those stains, some of that dirt, and same up front. And then also see if we can clean up that headliner a little bit. Okay, so this thing is pretty awesome. Just did my first pass through. Still gonna do a few more pass throughs in this back seat. Definitely got rid of a lot of the staining though, especially with the floor mats too. Floor mats all look super clean now, but you can see, might not look like much. This is what we just sucked up out of those seats and the carpet. So pretty crazy what this thing does. This will be awesome. We're gonna get these seats looking a lot cleaner, but then also they're just going to actually be a whole lot cleaner. This stuff smells super, super good. You know, these seats and all of the carpet in here is gonna be smelling super nice. So let's get this emptied. I'm just gonna do a few more passes through, try to get these seats and this carpet as clean as we can get it. Okay, so here we go. We got this thing out in the driveway, and here is a pretty final look at what this thing's gonna look like on the outside. Love how it turned out. That color with the gloss black grille, gloss black badge looks so good. Super, super cool, like chalk white. New headlights made such a big difference. Wow. So we still have a few things left we have to do, like the brakes, and then recharge the AC, and this thing is good to go. Oh, and the windshield. Gotta get the windshield replaced. So windshield, brakes, and the AC. Got it pretty much entirely finished up, with the exception of the windshield. So still got to get that replaced. We're just going to do that off camera. The flip-up Charger is done, so we'll kind of just show you around everything. And we'll go over the costs, so I'll let you know how much I spent on everything. Once again, huge shout out to Revive Vinyl. Thank you all again so much for, letting us try out your vinyl and for being a part of this flip-up series, helping us keep these costs a little bit lower. Definitely go check them out and use that code down below for 15% off your order. It's crazy the difference that a $500 vinyl wrap makes on a car. All right, and then another thing, we got the coilovers. Once again, use this code down below for 15% off your order with them. I love the difference that those coilovers made on this thing. Before it looked like a monster truck, and now the stance is mint. I love it. I know the front's a little low, so we probably will raise that a little bit more, but it looks great. So huge shout out once again to Flash Yard. Got the black grille, the black badge, and then the gloss black roof. I love these blue calipers. I think they look super, super cool, with the black wheels and then this white wrap. What do you think of it? Because you haven't really seen it a whole lot.
I wasn't part of every aspect of this build, so it was really fun to be able to go from the before and after, almost like a 90-day kind of thing for me. I didn't think it was the same car, number one. Number two, I can't believe how much it made me actually like this older style.
Yeah, it's really cool. You could take a car that, looks pretty ugly and you're like, don't really like that style. But then, you make it look a little nicer. It totally changes your perspective on these gens. So I love the 6th gen. I think they're really cool. They're simple, but they're also clean. So now what I'm going to do is go over how much we spent on this. You won't know how much I sell it for until our next video. So in the very beginning of our next flip-up video, when this thing sells, I'll let you all know how much we sold it for. And, if we made a profit, broke even, or even lost money on this thing. So $2,800. And we got this Charger right here. So I think it's honestly crazy. You can find these Chargers in the same condition that we bought it in, typically selling for around $2,800 on Marketplace, at least near us. So to have spent $2,800 for the car itself, and then all of these parts to get it looking how it is today, driving how it is today, is really insane. So let me know down below in the comments what all of you think. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of how we did. We'll see how much it sells for, because I know it's got quite a bit of miles. They were mostly highway miles, but still, it's got 250,000 miles. So we'll see how much we can get for it. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. So I hope you all enjoyed it. We had so much fun. It's a little bit of a different series than what we've normally got. We've got so many other cool builds and cool things planned with the channel. And we're also going to be building another 6th gen Charger. So this is our flip-up one, so we're just going to sell this one. But we have actually started a giveaway build for another 6th gen Dodge Charger, and that one does have the 5.7 liter V8. If you liked how this thing turned out, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're staying tuned for that one, because that one's going to be so much bigger than this. This one, we're trying to make it look cool, trying to fix it up a little bit, but also not break the bank. but with the giveaway one, we're kind of going all out. So make sure to go get entered into that giveaway. Make sure to stay tuned for the shop. So as you can see, we're finally starting to move a few things over, and we're actually going to start the epoxy floor and start painting this week. So the shop's gonna be completely transformed, and then we're gonna get fully set up in here. So we got a lot of fun, exciting things coming to the channel. So thank you all again so much for watching, and we'll catch you all later.